welcome everyone, it's time for more Avowed. Well, last time I did sort of the final bits and pieces of Dawnshore, that is to say the outside of Paradise Dawnshore. We were at Castle's Folly, did a whole bunch of stuff there, got the Luminous Audra, we killed some people over here for that very Audra. We checked out the smugglers, I believe, that were they smugglers? I think they were over here, etc., etc. Then back to Paradise to deliver a whole bunch of stuff, and including like all of the bounties that I had sort of done. And the game has now very conveniently and right up my alley, so to speak, decided that I need to go to Hightown, which is where we begin this episode, because we have at least 3 things to do in there. We have, as you can see on the left there, the main story. We have both the Claviger's estate to look into, and we have the Temple of Ondra. But also the cartographer we met outside of Claviger's landing. That guy has, for some reason, moved in here, so we need to go in here and check with him, because we have indeed found the fate of his little cartographer friend. So that's basically it. Now, one thing that I was supposed to talk to you about in the last episode, because I knew that it would happen, is that you might have potentially, at least the eagle eye of you, might have noticed that the appearance of the game was slightly different. And that is actually very much the case, and it will be the case going forward. Because as much as I like the game and the visuals and stuff like that, for some reason, and I don't know if this is a design choice or if this is settings that I have not been able to set up correctly, but the game looks a bit washed out in the colors. It's not much, I want to be very clear, it's not much. You've seen how much it has been up until before the previous episode, but it has been a bit annoying to me, and I'm still playing with said sort of slightly washed out colors. So the thing that you saw in the last episode was basically me just adding a tiny bit of contrast to the video. And it just made everything look super good, at least in my opinion. And yeah, I will basically just keep on doing that throughout the rest of this series, because again, I just think it looks better. That's basically it. So you can have opinions about that if you want to, but I'm probably going to keep doing it. We'll see. Anyway, we are going to start by going into Hightown, and I suppose the creme de la creme resides here. Not the ambassador. He doesn't go there, but presumably some other, let's call it high-end clientele, potentially.
High market. Don't worry, it just gets fancier from here.
Well, isn't that lovely? So we start with high market. Very cool. And yes, this, well, I think it looks better. At least the people look better, right? Hello, what's going on here?
Raymond allowed these interlopers onto our streets. And where did it get him? Slain! Murdered!
The Claviger deserved better!
They will never take our home!
Okay, was that it? Not the most enthusiastic people I have ever seen. Hello there.
You! Aderin! You herald the end of our way of life! You are a scourge upon our city!
You look very calm for... Okay, you know what, again, I said it in the last episode with regards to one of the voice actors who wasn't the best. And for the most part, I think that they've done well with like animation and facial animation and just body animation. This is an example where it isn't. Like that animation did not sync up with what you were saying at all. So, okay, what the hell is going on here?
The citizens of Paradise have come to hear the truth. They need to know what will befall us if we do not deal with you.
Ooh, sounds like you have a bone to pick with me, huh? Stop this. I can say, stop this as... stop this at once. How dare you defame the Empire in front of me? Or say whatever you want about the Empire, but leave me out of it. Yeah, I mean, I am not, like, super into the Empire, so you know what? Just leave me out of this.
You represent everything they stand for. You will find no peace here.
I think the big issue was her eyes. Have they... Was that like a bug or a glitch that her eyes were like not emoting whatsoever? Okay, well, I have a prime suspect for my assassination. Let's just say that. Right, you're just standing here looking. Good job, fellas. Right, new area to explore. How lovely. We have just a bit of water. Let's not think too much about that. So, now we have immediately opened up this as well. So we have the place where we need to go over there. We have a military surplus merchant. And then we have a... okay. Extremely legal goods. Okay, like, how can something be a little bit legal? A lot of legal? I don't know. You know what we should do? We should go the other way, because I couldn't help but notice that the cartographer, I believe, is in this direction. So how about
Note the graffiti on the wall. You don't always want to follow it.
But on this occasion I do. What's going on in here? Hello? What is going on here exactly? Oh, okay, yeah. Obvious door there. Gotcha. Missives of the Hand Occult. Okay, sure. That is a whole bunch of stuff. If you want to read that, you can do that. Do I want to read this? I don't think I do. We're going to store that into the lore. Okay, bit of a mystery. Clearly something behind here. But I am not immediately seeing anything. Could very well be that we are going to come out of that, potentially. I don't know, but on first glance, I do not see anything there. Gotcha. And I think...
This is where people go to buy stuff that'll just get 'em mugged everywhere else.
That's usually what markets are, yes. Nothing here, right? Nope. Nope. Just a tiny little alcove thingamajig. So are you up here, then?
Shop. Might be worth taking a look.
Hello, everybody. So this would be where...
Welcome. I was hoping you would drop in.
That is true. Oh, we have a bunch of stuff. Okay. So Claviger Belvin's armor. This armor was worn by Claviger Belvin during the dank spore outbreak of the 2748 AI. AI, yes. AI. When a bloom of spores infested Dawnshore and threatened to overtake the city, Belvin rallied the militia to burn out the colony and restore order, though he fell in the final battle. The walls were later reinforced and the militia trained in the suppression of hostile fungus. While the armor has been thoroughly cleaned for spores, the Emporium kindly asks that visitors appreciate it at a safe distance. Okay. Spore-resistant armor. Gotcha. Then we have on the provenance and ruination of Neketaka's old city. More lore stuff. I should just do, like, closer to the end of the series. I should basically just do a bonus episode where I just read all the lore. That could be kind of fun. And at that point in time, hopefully, maybe I've gathered all the lore, because I have, like, parts and stuff like that, but I don't have everything. So that's the thing. What is this? Animancy's Lantern Valiant Trading Company. Animancy is the art of channeling soul essence into inventions for the betterment of society. With a careful application of copper and adra, animancers can achieve wondrous results. This naval lantern is fitted with a shard of luminous adra from the Deadfire Archipelago and was once mounted on the Valiant Trading Company galleon Aimo do Spirente. How it washed up on the shores of the living lands is a mystery. The adra is long since depleted and will never shine again. The Emporium would like to remind visitors that use of animancy is strictly forbidden in Paradise. We have a double-headed skeleton. So in 2828 AI, a two-headed revenant shoveled out of the wilderness and settled in the outskirts of Dawnshore. Settled? Okay. Many attempts were made to put down the creature, but eventually the local militia resolved against sending any more soldiers to be devoured. Okay, so it also devoured them, apparently. Hunters recovered the remains, starved after a freezing winter. It was in possession of a third-hand identity unknown. A shard of adra was found sticking out of the revenant's chest. The hunters also reported finding a strange collar and bell, but this artifact was never officially catalogued. For Miesty Verno was disavowed and has disavowed any knowledge of the Revenant. Why did we include those?
Did the
I
two
don't know.
heads take turns, or was this guy twice as hungry?
It doesn't say 2 stomachs. It only said 2 heads. So, I mean, interesting question, actually. But, like, I would assume that if one head eats something, then the hunger sensation goes away. Like, as I said, it's just one belly, right? I don't know. Anyway, Sorb skull and foul legs, judging by the dentition and size of the cephalic crest, this Sorb died in late adolescence or early adulthood. Its partial remains were uncovered in the far west of Dawnshore, not far from the ruins of a large tribal settlement. The accompanying shells were found with the skull, but are too small to be Sorb eggs. It is more likely that they belong to local avian life, and the Sorb had been eating them around the time of its death. No ceremonial objects or grave goods were excavated in the area, supporting the theory that the Sorb perished by accident. So, Sorbs are intelligent enough to have, like, burials, and, like, tribal stuff, but they also lay eggs. That's kind of cool, actually. Right, we have some tools. Apparently, Fulvanos adventuring gear, grappling hooks, hammers, and axes are among many of the tools carried by adventurers who brave the wild frontier of the living lands. This set was found at the bottom of a canyon, hurled in anger by the Valiant explorer Fulvano shortly before he gave up on his expedition of the living lands. It is said that he set sail for the eastern reach and never returned. Also, why would he throw away them in anger? I don't know. And we have another skeleton. Apparently Edsel the Sightless. Edsel the Sightless was a watcher who spent his life in a remote wilderness hut. Blind from birth, Edsel navigated the world with the help of spirits lighting his path. Edsel was rumored to have walked the entire island, untouched from shore to shore. He is the only hermit in the living lands known to have died from natural causes. The Emporium honors his memory by displaying him in quiet dignity. I wouldn't really say that, but sure. Decapitation was not the cause of death, but one of several mishaps during transport of the remains, which should serve as a reminder to secure a coffin when going around the Shop Mountain Pass. That is indeed true, yes. Lots of cool stuff here. Cartographer's Guild, Volume 2. This one we can read, I suppose. In a turn of events that was unprecedented just a few short years ago, Ondra's mortar has subsided. The possibilities of exploration that arise from this event are staggering. We at the Cartographer's Guild look forward to what the beloved expedition course discovers when they inevitably turn their attention to whatever awaits beyond the seas. In the meantime, the course will be busy as the Empire solidifies a foothold in the living lands. The possibility of being able to finally map this untamed wilderness, this fierce frontier, properly stirs the heart of even the youngest apprentice cartographer. As always, we stand ready to put to paper all that our illustrious nation discovers at the behest of our emperor. Long may he reign. Good on you. Lots of cool stuff here. We have some tools, spice tools. The tools of Valiant courtesan and spy caught hiding in Paradise. In the front, a small dagger made to be hidden beneath clothing. Second row left, a bundle of sage for disguising scent. And second row right, a brass plate worn under the clothing to protect from stabbing attacks. Good job. Third row, a container of powder, often blush, may also be used to carry powder-based poisons. Then back left, a jewelry box used to store jewelry, as well as secret implements and messages. I mean, do you? Or do you, like, did you just add a bit of mystique to this item? I don't know. Back right, ornate music box, believed to have been a gift from the spy's target. Then we have also a book, Consulat's Deadly Chalice. Wait, chalice? Is that it? Oh, that thing in there. I can't even see it. Rumor and mystery surround the Archmage Consulat, a undead wizard of unmatched power. During a gathering of the Circle of Archmagi, Consulat is said to have offered his peers a drink from his chalice of immortality. Archimir dedicated the goblet to one of his imps, who died on the spot. From that day forth, Consulat was disinvited from the Circle's annual winter feast. He resented it until his dying day. Weren't you immortal? When he rose after death, he resented it still. Okay, so you were immortal, but then you died and you came back. Feels like he was... Okay, never mind. His chalice and journals are on loan from the Archmage Tain, who said he would come back for them soon, several years ago. Consular's journals are nothing but the vulgar rams. Reader beware. Well, it's close. I can't even read it. Thank you very much. Oh, did I... Yeah. I saw that one. We saw all of those. We saw that. Yes. Right. Godless pottery. Recovered from godless ruins in Shatterscarp. Left a ceremonial urn used for transporting liquids or possibly the ashes of the dead. Again, do you know that? Center, front, back, small vessels for containing and pouring liquids for healing and recreational purposes. And right, a flat bowl possibly used for communal meals.
I don't know. Pottery loses a lot of its value when it can no longer hold drinks.
You are not entirely incorrect. There we go. That's that. And then we have a legacy of the Taken. Oh, we can't actually bring this. We have to read this one. So this slim volume tells the tale of Taken, a people who lived among the banks of the Akwi River on the fertile Ixamital plains. It details their rise to prominence in the region and their eventual demise at the hands of their ancient enemy, the Quechmatl people. Okay, all of this is very Mexican. A significant portion of the book is given over to examining the role of Takan's order of monks, the Nalpasca, in Takan's society. The Nalpasca believed that the transcendence could only be attained by overcoming one's personal vanity, the desire for pleasure and fear of death. To that end, they engaged in pointedly antisocial behavior, various forms of self-mutilation, and meditation with or consumption of the recently deceased. Lovely. The Nalpasca were led by an Anitle, or master warrior, the last of whom was a man named Ixipillo. Ixipillo was charged with protecting his people from the Quechmatl or something, and other threats, but in a tragic twist of fate, Ixipillo died before he was able to pass on his sacred knowledge onto the man poised to take his place. The book dwells on this failure for some time, its author apparently of the belief that it was this one error that gave Quechmatl the opening they needed to launch their attack. The book's author goes on to describe how he attempted to instigate a popular uprising among his people against Quechmatl, but his efforts were unsuccessful, as the Taka were by then too broken by the destruction of their culture to muster much of a defense. The volume concludes with an exhortation for the reader not to mourn the Takan's passing, but to learn what they had to teach, and to teach others in turn. Well, isn't that lovely? There's a lot of stuff in here. We're not even done. Right, deadly fungi. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, harvested from Galloway's tusks. Left, ascension of multitudes. Beneath this fungus' rather dramatic name lies a simple fact. To touch it with the bare skin is to invite crippling pain and death. Okay, we shouldn't do that. Believed to have been used in a ritual mass suicide in Galloway's tusks, the fungus gives off a scent similar to that of ryeberries and sage in hopes of luring a victim, which collapses upon contact with the fungus and provides ongoing nourishment for its offspring. And right front, widow's tear, found throughout the living lands, but seen most often in the caves of Galloway's tusks. Widow's tears contain a venom that is harmless if ingested, but potentially deadly if used as an injected poison. Often found growing near shallow graves or exposed carcasses, it contains a foul-smelling liquid that can be used as a source of water depending on one's desperation. So in the right back, blue feather brush, nearly identical to the much less deadly witch's hair fungus. The blue feather brush can only be identified by the slightly earthy aroma it exudes when harvested. Mere contact with the skin is harmless, but inhaling the fungus's earthy aroma, even in small doses, can cause shortness of breath, tightness in the chest, and difficulty in maintaining conscious thought. Those stricken by this condition often find themselves stumbling towards caves, cliffs, and small bodies of water, where they collapse and provide nourishment for the fungus in its new location. Ingestion leads to an incredible sense of euphoria, followed by a slow but inevitable death. Okay, don't eat those. Then a taxidermy sporling, a young sporling preserved, donated by the Wardens of Solace. Believed to be either a worker or a very small warrior, this sporling lived decades ago in a cave in Galloway's tusks. It would have spent its life either carrying heavy objects or brutally attacking the knees of its foes. Lovely. Here it stands among the fungus of its natural habitat.
I hope whoever stuffed that covered their nose and mouth.
We are gonna find sporlings, aren't we? Bunch of birds. Then we have colorful fungi. So left Clatita, a grassland mushroom named by the Pergrunen for its resemblance to the buckwheat cakes. Though common in the early recipes of Solace Keep, it has become a delicacy due to the inhospitable terrain. Shiva, when cooked, imparts an unexpected meaty taste. Then right, a sorip goblet, found throughout the living lands, but especially in winter and early spring along forest floors. Locals report that when dried in ground, they stanch bleeding, and when explorers carry the powder to treat minor wounds. And then back, Wales Bud, native to the riverbeds of New Coloclin and the source of as much controversy as its kith neighbors. Some naturalists revere it as a powerful hallucinogen, others report no effect. This researcher questions the standards of their experiments. Okay, researcher, huh? Then we have a big frog-looking thing. Evil spittoon. Okay. This artifact is believed to be a ceremonial spittoon used by the godless, the earliest known settlers of the living lands. What dark rites were committed in the shadows of those time-haunted edifices? What foul humors were expelled into the orifice of this unholy relic? What malevolent spirit rose up from its fetid mouth, vibrating with evil intent? I think you are exaggerating a bit for effect, really. The Emporium would like to apologize for the baroque and speculative description. Yep, there you go. This is an ordinary lab, nothing more. We will retain the plaque in its original state as a cautionary example of what happens to scholars with more imagination than reason. That's lovely, I like that. Then we have a chunk of Ioni Brather and offerings. So during the construction of Paradise Walls, builders discovered a sinkhole where a small piece of Ioni Brather, the fallen moon, came to rest thousands of years ago. It was surrounded by coins and other valuables dropped by ancient settlers. What superstitious relevance they held for the moon rock remains a mystery. Many of the early Paradise citizens voiced concerns about unearthing the treasure trove, fearful that an act of irreverence would anger dormant spirits. Nevertheless, the pieces were given a place of honor at the Emporium to commemorate the history of the settlement. No spiritual disturbance has been recorded in relation to this moon rock, though it does have an unusual affinity for spiders. Lovely. Right, then we'll just have a book here. Nazatec Poetry, a compilation. So the expedition, it's poetry. If you want to read poetry, then read poetry. It ends with, all is empty, the breath of existence is my destination. Very, very fancy. Anyway, I think I read everything. Bloody hell. Did not expect to be reading a whole lot in this episode, but there we are. Hello, Sansa.
You're back. What have you found?
Well, Geirmund is found, also dead, but he does have to, or rather, he does have to appear to have cartographied the entirety of Dawnshore.
I warned Geirmund about those Zarips. It was Zarips, wasn't it? On second thought, don't tell me. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon.
Which others? I forgot what we were talking to you about. Okay, what do you sell? You sell a bunch of stuff. Beetle's Bulwark. That is a shield. Well below 70% maximum health. Successful parry. Summons a beetle. I mean, that's kind of cool, but do I need it? You know what? I shall buy your parries and ladder, because that's good for me. Fragment of the Scales. This map provides information on locations of fragments of Vodika's God Totem. Okay. You know what? We are lacking a few of those. That was expensive. I just noticed. The Burnt Queen's Totem patiently waits amidst ruins of the heathens she hates. This Golden Crown's stony gem can be found in the Emporium. Huh? This Golden Crown stony gem? Do you have the gem? So Dwarven Halls near Mountain's Shroud, the Strangler's Justice can still be... I don't know which ones I found. Overlooking booths where goods are sold. This balcony leads to Order's Hold. I think I might have found that one. Below Death's Grips of Ice and Cold Ways, Ancient Oaths Casting Gold. Maybe? Beneath an amethyst light on high, this shining plaque draws sailors' eyes. As an Isle of Wicked Outlaws flicker golden flames of a glorious cause. I think that is the one that I found as well. Okay, I'm just going to add that. And say goodbye to you, sir. Does that actually update Yes. See, I've actually found all but 2. The Broken Crown Jewel, Golden Plaque of Promises. But it says this Golden Crown Solium can be found in the Emporium, which is where I am. But then beneath the amethyst light on high, this shining plaque draws sailors' eyes. Ah, well, I know where that is. That's gonna be the lighthouse that I don't know how to get into. Okay. But yeah. Emporium. Hey, Sansa. What's up?
You're back. What have you found?
Well, how about the thing? It's not gonna be that guy. Okay. How do we, can I just, okay, let's have a look. Ooh.
You won't find any treasures that way.
I think I will, you know. I think I very much will. Like, right here. Thank you. Artifact observation. Those on the trinket recovered near the eastern ruins. Sacred objects, but to whom? Iconography suggests Boudica, very old, perhaps from the first Idirian settlers. Did Idirian ships land here centuries earlier than we thought? Curious implications for historical record. Definitely incomplete, though. Part of a larger relic. More fragments in the area. Warm to the touch. Enchanted. Valuable! Well, it's mine now. And he simply did not come
Looking for something?
Well, I don't know. Am I? I don't know. I don't know. I did see. Oh, hello. Yeah, just a bunch of food items. Fresh water. Ooh. But also, hello. Oddly lit up little alcove here. But nothing actually what I can see in it. Right.
I don't think my assistants are hiding in there.
Well, probably not. Goodbye. I have the second to last piece of the puzzle, so to speak. Right. Bloody hell, that took almost half the episode just to do that. Do I... Then I was thinking of going that round. And I still think I will, yes. I still think I will. So let's get on to some actual exploration of Hightown here. Should be fun, right?
Killed the Clavager?
Don't make eye contact. They'll attack your peace of mind.
Are you kidding? Even the High Inquisitor.
Yes, don't make eye contact. Gotcha. Right. Hello. Oh,
I'm
just-
telling you,
oh.
that so-called
Hello?
Watcher is a fraud.
Aha, you
But
have
she
a
knew
very
things
beautiful
about me,
beard.
things that I didn't even know.
Hello.
Excuse me, are you going to see the Watcher?
Well, maybe. I mean, I already have visited a Watcher, but, you know, who wants to know?
Phaeton, at your service. I study the gods. Respectfully, of course. And Theo here is a student of,
Post-mortal cognition. I examine who we are in death and what we recall of it in life. Abstractly, of course.
We aren't animancers, in case you were concerned.
You absolutely are animancers, aren't you? So what are you?
My friend and I are metaphysical philosophers, and we have hit a bit of a snag.
If you want to run, now's our chance.
Don't mind me. I'll be over by that building not caring an ounce about this.
I say Watchers are a hoax, and he says Watchers are magical, all-knowing windows into the afterlife.
Well, it could be a bit of both, I suppose. So, as an arcanescholar, I can say many Watchers prey on the gullible, but the real ones are unforgettable. I'm no expert, but the Watcher outside of town seems pretty legitimate. You won't know for sure unless you talk to the Watcher, that's true. I'm curious how you arrived at these conclusions. Yeah, I am curious. How did you get there?
Well, we picked opinions out of a hat, and now we're defending them.
That's why we need outside help. We know that Watchers can look into souls and read people, but that's about it.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you... Right. You're doing the school thing, I suppose. So maybe you should actually read up on Watchers before leaping to conclusions. That's a smart thing to say.
Fior Messiverno has a wonderful library. We can do all kinds of research.
Are we really going to cross the living lands just to prove a point? What am I talking about? Of course we are.
Thank you for your perspective, Envoy. We'll trouble you no more.
I like that pair. I hope I see them again. When we get to
free time on their hands.
Inferno, I was about to say.
Missed it.
Ivorno or whatever. And this
As long
is
as
where
there's
you're
people in the
hiding.
city, there's merchandise to be found and sold.
You have a magnificent mustache. I love it. Curded cuticolon of the, what was it? The extremely legal goods. Hello.
An Adiran. Come to see my wares. Well, don't I feel blessed?
You also have a lovely accent, so, okay. Why are you blessed?
Your kind don't go scrounging in alleys every day, do you? The Empire doesn't have much of an interest in people like me.
Uh-huh, and you are?
Where are my manners? Name's Cutty. I'm a trader of lost things. They come my way, I peddle them for people like you to find.
Well, isn't that lovely then? Okay, well, are you a fence by any chance?
Now wait, you don't need to jump straight to shutting me down. I'm sure we can work with each other. What's your voice? Sveth? Coin?
You shouldn't be doing this with the envoy of the Adiran Empire, just saying. I mean, I'm game, but like, you shouldn't. You think you can bribe me, get lost? You're not hurting anyone. I can look the other way for a price.
By all means, take some silver. I knew you could be reasonable. Now that that's taken care of, can I help you find anything?
Potentially. Let's see what you have. Ooh, the Disappointer. Like it. A fine dagger, blackwing boots, dodge and dexterity. You do have lockpicks though. Can I even... Oh, I had a lot of money. Never mind, I thought that I was like out of money, but no, I was absolutely not out of money. So I'll take those. I don't think I need anything else. But you know what? Good to know that you have some grenades, if nothing else. I like that.
Whatever you
there
need.
we go.
Discretion
Thank
guaranteed.
you for that. I should also pick up your common great hammer and jump up here, I believe. Ooh, here we go. Exploration! Lovely. Had I not been here? That is to say, Hightown. Is it Hightown where I was? Okay, we have some honey. You know what? I should just pick up the honey and the eggs. Lovely. So whose little place is this then? I do wonder, and why was I able to go up here? We have a common wand. Like, why not? I mean, I can't go in there. Oh, that was nothing. Right, we can go up here, and then we can come here, but we could have easily have come here anyways. This is now, yes, this is now the little alley. What did I say? Philosopher's Alley or something? Sure, Philosopher Alley. Is there any reason for me to be up there?
God, I hope she can help.
Hello.
God, please. Hear my prayers.
But I would love to heal you. I think I can, but okay. Oh, we're looking for someone here, aren't we, people?
They say a strong soul can withstand this dream scourge. Hey, wait your turn!
Hello?
What's taking so long?
But I don't know. I don't know what we're waiting for. Let's open the door. Hello! What's up?
The Watcher knows all.
Right, we have what I think is the fake Watcher. I don't remember her name, but yes, we have been warned about this one. We also have more lore. The Dowdy Burglar, A Dear Wood in the Forest, Part 2. Have I at all seen Part 1, I wonder? I don't know. For anyone who wants to read, just have a bit of a read. We are gonna get to that at some point, I think. Maybe, potentially. We shall see. Right. You are fake and I know it, but maybe you can do something for me
The Watcher
anyway.
can provide the answers you seek.
Who knows?
Come closer, please.
Hello?
Your soul, envoy. Your very soul is in danger. The Watcher can see it. The Watcher knows. An envoy. A godlike. Two destinies come together. How curious.
Well, you're dramatic and I like it. So let's not talk about you being a fraud. Let's sort of play along and see what she does. So I'm just sort of real Watcher, you're hardly convincing. How's my soul in danger? Okay. How's my soul in danger?
The Watcher can see into your soul. The Watcher knows. There is a soul plague descending onto the city, godlike. A plague that will endanger you. But the Watcher can see that your soul may still be saved. A gracious soul you have, A wealthy soul.
Okay, I mean, a Watcher doesn't save souls, by the way. Well, I'll say that. I don't think so, at least. See, with intellect, you speak with such a vagueness, it's a wonder anyone falls for this slop. Are you asking me for coin? Yes, she is. Everyone's already heard about the plague, that's no soul secret. This soul can look after herself, thanks. Yeah, I mean, everyone knows about the plague. It's not really a secret at all.
The Watcher reveals what is there, godlike. Some may already be revealed.
Sure. So, right, yes. What do I need to do to save my soul?
The Watcher must eat to help, godlike. The Watcher asks for little in return.
Also, why the hell are you talking about yourself in third person? So, okay. You know what? Here's 2 skates, have fun.
The Watcher thanks you, envoy. The Watcher will pray that the gods protect your soul.
Okay, so that was basically it. Alright then, well, how fun was that and how much help did we get? Nothing, that's how much. Right, what do we have here? Bit of grog, I like the grog, it can help at some point. Removing a bunch of bad stuff. We get some scapegoat jerky. Very, very effective as a matter of fact. Good, good, good. Right.
In the Deadfire, a Juana soothsayer conned 3 of my pals with the same story.
Right. Also, yes, we do need to get back to Cab because Kai wants to talk, Marius doesn't want to talk, but Kai does want to talk, and we do want to. We want to see what he has to say.
I had a guy ask me whether dreams had a taste here once.
I don't think that dreams taste. I don't know how you would taste a dream. Right. Anything at all up here? Just a bunch of crates I can destroy.
I know. These have been boarded up since the lockdown started. Nice place for thieves to hide out.
I would assume so, yes. The government districts. Are we just sort of... Yeah, I'm gonna vaguely assume. Maybe. Not here. Like, there's a bit of an inside bit here. Is there any way that we can get in there? Do we want to get in there? Is not even. Yes, yes, yes. I know I'm moving through parts here. Oh, no, nope. Not a door I can do anything with. So that bit is now directly up there. I don't know if there's any way to get to. Well, we can go in here. Hello. Hello. Oh, hello. You're a rebel. Oh, bloody hell.
It's the envoy.
Why did I do that? Why did I do that? There we go. Put you on fire.
Point for you!
This. Go. Pew, 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 pew. Dead. Why did I just follow a rebel into a into an alley? And Marius, where the hell are you? Marius, wanna help out maybe? Come here. There we go. Nope. Screw you. Pew. Marius. Where's
They're
Marius?
luckier than they know.
You're there. You took damage. No, that was. Ooh, that high, lovely. That was actually Kai who took some damage. Why did I do that? Why did I follow you like an idiot? I don't know. Common base +1. Cool. Chest to unlock. Always love a good chest to unlock. Hello. A few bits and pieces. Lovely. Oh, I am again over encumbered. I should actually sell some stuff. Or do I need to sell stuff? Not 100% sure if I need to sell stuff. But we are gonna destroy you. I do not need 3 pistols. I actually don't need a single pistol. There's shields, swords, 3 wands. While it was interesting to see that we can do double wielding wands, I'm probably not gonna. Fine breastplate is good. to sell, so we should just store that away. Wait, did I actually destroy the +1? Yes, yes I did. Okay. Oops. That was actually not my intention. Do not pick up the spoiled cucumber. Now I am in this little place. No, I actually am not. This is a different place. Okay, hold on. Wait. This is... Right, this is here, but I would like to get up. But I don't think I can here. And I can here, obviously. I say obviously, yes. I can get out here. That
Here's where the rats live. Reasonable rent if you can get it.
Yeah, I don't immediately think that I can get in there. I mean, if I can get up there, I can possibly jump over. But I'm gonna almost assume that that's gonna be a invisible wall, actually. Sorry,
damn rickety table. No envoy. Go right on through.
Hello.
I think I saw bandits enter the Clavager's house. But at the same time, I don't think I care.
Well, aren't you a shining beacon of Edirne pride?
Not to worry.
Hello.
You got one of the bastards.
Hello, it's my friends encounter them. The envoy is alive and hunting us. Our position in the city is compromised. Use the final hours of this live gathering intelligence at Edirne embassy and deliver it to us. Trust no one. Pray that the gods know what they're doing. Pray that the gods know what they're doing, for I no longer understand their motives. From Igwolf. Huh? Who the hell is Igwolf? And who can answer me questions about that? I don't know. So, right, that is up, that up there is where we presumably want to go, yes, but let's just nip down here.
Welcome to our shrine, Envoy.
Hello, we do have a shrine to Vodica. I can't destroy this, I don't feel I should. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh. Are you crazy? Get down.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Typical Edirne disrespect.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to jump up on that. That was my character just doing its thing. Lovely, a bit of extra.
The perfect place for Edirnes to look down on the citizens of Paradise.
That is true. That's why you would do this. And only reason. Hello. 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 Where am I now? Oh, I'm back here. There was an opening here. Gotcha. Anything up here? Ooh. Hello then. Here we go. See, there was a way there. So if I wanna get a bit further out there, I can do this. And the game clearly expects me to as well. But then what? Climb higher up there or up here? Yes. Ooh, so we could have gone here, we could have seen them, and we could have taken them down over there instead. And yes, that is basically it, I think. I don't think the game's gonna allow me to go here. Oh, no. Did not allow me to do that. And over here, I failed to see the game allowing me to continue here, right? Yeah. I mean, I can go around here, I think. Can I? Come on, game. Allow me to. Damn it. Okay, then. You know what? Screw that nonsense.
Hey,
was
you
there
have
any...
to check in with me to enter this part of the...
Never mind. Doesn't matter anyway.
You also don't care at all. Lovely. Street of the Gods, huh?
The Edirne envoy.
Ooh, hello.
Isn't this a surprise? Not only to see you alive, but to have you grace my little workshop. Chandlers don't get many high-ranking clients. Priests and pilgrims mostly. Still, business is good. Better than good.
Is a Chandler one of those people who do, like, I say lights. Candles, there we go. Is that what you do? I think it is. So, okay. So, why do you think business is so good, I can say?
Well, there was this Eothasian priest on his way to Emerald Stair. He was rather fond of my work. And the Temple of Andra can't seem to get enough of them. Burning the wick at both ends, I suppose.
Yep, see, candles. So, Temple of Andra, I know where there is, I don't need to ask about that. Yeah, an Aothasian priest in the Living Lands, why?
A lot of them came here after the purgings in the Deerwood, looking for sanctuary in all the wrong places. Even on these shores, Aethys isn't the most popular deity. Andra is closer to our hearts, always has been.
I see. So, do you run this place yourself?
I used to have an apprentice. When the Adirans came to our shore, he moved on without as much as a goodbye. But I hold no grudge. He had his reasons to go, just as I have my reasons to stay.
Lovely. And yeah, probably not very fond of Adirans, I suppose.
Don't take it too personally. Some of us understand you good folk are here to help, and some of us need a little more time.
You almost sound convinced yourself.
Imagine how boring this place would be if we all agreed.
The Living Lands could use a little discipline, that's what I say. And who better to bring it than the Adirans?
Yeah, you didn't seem to do it yourself, so yes. It's been a pleasure. Should you need anything, find me at the embassy. Not like I'll be there, but I'll say it.
With the gods on my side, I won't need to, but I appreciate the invitation all the same. If you need to keep warm at night, help yourself to some Mogren's Fury. It's growing in a pot just over there. No charge, of course. The Adiran envoy's money is no good here, and never will be.
Are you saying I'm carrying counterfeit money? Or are you saying that because you're nice? Who knows? In this world, it's kind of difficult to know. People do want to see me dead, after all. Okay, that was in there. Yes, alright. You know what? How much further do we go? Hello.
Oh, great queen that was, have your sway over this new land.
Captain Elfir.
May you
hello.
Envoy?
You don't want to talk, okay, but hello. We also have pious attendants.
Grant them your justice and vision to enact such laws as may befit a great civilization, and punish those who oppose you.
Well, aren't you fun?
Your leadership here.
I hear the tingle tangle of secrets. Tingle tangle of secrets. We have, what do we have? A bit of money. Ooh, stuff. Can we get in here? No, but clearly there is something. Where is... It has to be up, right? Hold on, how do I... Can I just get up here? Nope. Oh, did not want me to go there. Clearly I'm supposed to be able to go there, right? I suppose I can come from up top, though. I apparently guess... Ooh, are we gonna find Ludwig?
You look well.
No, not just yet. No, this is still a deer. This is not the Steel Garrote, I don't think. Or I can go into? No. Just sleeping. Yes. What are you doing, sir? Okay, just a little like
safe journeys
or something, but hold on. How do I side area? A bit of bits and pieces.
Is this what it's like to travel with an envoy?
That's outside.
I think you're used to this.
Huh? Clearly more stuff to be had here. Oh, hello, sorry. Okay. Allow me to try and find out how to do this. We clearly do this, right? Yes, that's not a problem. That gets us to this, and there's a thing. Hello. How did an axe fit in there? That doesn't work. So that was that one, but there's clearly something else here. Can I just... Oh, I could just go up here. Okay, never mind. That was... I overcomplicated that. And again, there's just a chest here that someone has... someone just felt like, yes, this needs to be up here. Then we have more eggs. But yeah, there we go. Okay, that was much easier than I thought it would be. Lovely. Right. up the stairs. Streets of the Gods still. Yes, this is lovely. Hello. It's a nice looking statue thing. We're gonna fast travel point as well. Yeah, that's looking sharp as well. So, what I'm thinking is, first and foremost, bloody hell did this take a long time to do, this little tiny thing. Galloway! Hello.
See that worn spot? Hunters pet the wolf's head for good luck.
Aw, that's cute. Hello.
Galloway, I beseech you, turn your eyes to these lands and give our hunters your blessing.
We shall
Protect
see.
them
Oh,
from
bloody
this
hell.
plague as
Okay.
they journey
You have
out
more to
into
say.
the wilds. Grant them a steady shot and quick fingers. All to your glory. Please excuse me, I'm in prayer.
Well, alright then. So Galloway, a bit of a hunter maybe, or builder? I don't know. Well, not a builder. I don't know where I got that from. But. I know I have equipment upgrades I can do. But yeah, we have... I was about to say, how the hell do we get to the Claviger estate? Is it through here? Kind of doesn't feel like it's through here, does it? I suppose it was down there. Ah, right. I have missed it. Oops. But I think that we are going to leave this episode here. And townsfolk. Oh, hello. While I talk, yes, we're going to leave the episode off here. But we're also going to check over here. We're going to leave the episode off here. And in the next episode, we are actually going to do what we were supposed to do in Hightown, which is to... which is to actually do the main story bits and pieces. But yeah, the Emporium took a lot of my time, didn't it? Yes, quite a lot of time. I am a little bit tempted to just do a little bit more before we end. Oh. Yeah, I am hearing stuff, aren't I? This is... No, I had
Watch
nothing
it on,
here.
boy. You might just start to relax here if you're not careful.
That is true. Yeah, I'm just finding more and more things. Marcus Raw Thai chocolate cookie. Ooh, sounds fun. Shall destroy that crate. But I was also wondering... Ooh, now I probably can't get back there. Ooh, can I? Yes, I can. Good. Jump over here too. Hello. Yes, more chests. They just love to hide chests in weird places in this game. And I am all down for that. Cool. So we found all of that, and you know what? I suppose what I did was incorrect. I was supposed to... Hello. I am gonna end the episode, don't worry. We are gonna end the episode. It's just that there's stuff everywhere. But on this occasion, boring stuff. Oh, maybe. No, just spoiled apple. Good. Common axe. Good. One mushroom stew and arak. Take that. Okay. So just a few, again, bits and pieces. But the entry point to the Claviger's estate is here, I'm gonna assume. We go up these stairs. I haven't even been here, so that seems reasonable. Yes, this is where we can begin. Claviger Amon's estate. Good.
Shame a perfectly good house has to sit around empty.
That is true. I am again hearing the tingle-tangle of secrets. Hello. Tingle-tangle of secrets. I love the tingle-tangle of secrets. It's great. So there we go. In the next episode, we start with Claviger Amon's estate. We're gonna find out what's going on here. There are literally dead people.
Oh, gods. They've looted the place.
Oh, no. Yeah. Are those... Oh, bloody hell. Okay. Goodbye? Hello? Butler? Are we chill? We can talk to you in the next episode, I think. Right. Now we end the episode. More of this is gonna come in the next one. Hopefully you'll join me for that. And although this has been Ghostmutgaming with me, Christopher, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.